Hi everybody, this is another video about the subjunctive. This is the present subjunctive and how to form regular verbs. Just a heads up, I'm in the faculty lounge and there's a bunch of people in the cafeteria or in the faculty lunchroom, so if you hear anything, that's what it is. Okay, basically when we go to form verbs in the subjunctive present, there are three steps. The first thing we do is take the yo form of the present tense indicative. We drop the o and then we add the opposite ending. Here to the right we have the endings for AR verbs are es, amos, ais, en, and then ER and IR verbs a, as, a, amos, ais, an. An example is, I'll take the verb hablar, which of course means to speak, take the yo form in the indicative, drop the o, add the opposite endings. So it'd be yo hable, tú hables, él hable, nosotros hablemos, vosotros habléis, ustedes hablen. If this sounds familiar, it's because it is. It's very similar to the two negative commands, usted commands and ustedes commands. We cannot forget about car, gar, and zar, which you'd hopefully remember were kind of tricky with the two negative usted and ustedes commands. The reason why they get tricky is because the vowel E makes C, G, and Z sound different. For example, if I were to conjugate pagar the same way I would conjugate any other AR verb, it would look like this. I take pagar, the indicative yo form, drop the O, and then I would add the opposite endings. And because it's an AR verb, I would add E, ES, EMOS, EIS, and EN. Unfortunately, the way this sound makes, the GE, would make an H sound, like paje, pajes, paje. And the infinitive, the original infinitive, makes a G sound, pagar. So what we do is we take the G and make it a GU. Pague, pagues, pague, paguemos, pagues, pagan. The same thing happened in the commands, and it also happened in the yo form of the preterite tense. So you hopefully are starting to get the picture. Is when there's an E and a G involved, it gets tricky. Same thing, when there's a C, we have to change it to a QU, a Z changes to a C. Here are some examples. Buscar is a good car verb. We change the C to a QU. For busque, busques, busque, busquemos, busquéis, busquen. Apagar would be apague, apagues, apague, apaguemos, apaguéis, apaguen. Cruzar means to cross. Cruce, cruces, cruce, crucemos, crucéis, crucen. Alright, here's a really short practice. I just noticed that there's an error here with correr. Of course, it should have two R's. It's the verb that means to run. So I want you to go ahead and conjugate the end of the original sentence. The first half of the sentence says, mi amiga quiere que. My friend wants. So go ahead and pause the video now. Conjugate the verbs in the parentheses in their subjunctive present tense. Remember to take the yo form, drop the O, and then add the opposite ending. Pause now. Here are the answers. Yo corra, nosotros estiremos, ellos escriban, mi padre saque una foto, ustedes hagan los quehaceres, nosotros tengamos una comida, tú digas la verdad, Mario llegue a tiempo, ustedes laven sus platos, Julieta aprenda. Some things, don't forget that the sacar, the C has to change to a QU, okay? And some verbs in the original yo form are irregular, like tengo, digo. Those verbs have a tricky yo form, so we have to be aware of that. Okay, this is the end of the video. We'll see you tomorrow.